Thanks, Sam. Okay, we'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, wow. It seems like we were just here 3 days ago, doesn't it? Busy, busy time. All right, we will just get right on with matters. We'll start with our public concerns. And Jared, you're up first.
Josh sent me a revised contract for the rec league. I know the practice fields have been on the agenda since July or before. Where do we stand on that?
In a pit. We originally thought we would be able to do that. We had some original quotes that came in around 56 and 70, I think it was. But of course, being a municipality, we need to go through the engineers and make sure that all the grading and everything's done properly. And the quotes went to 207 and 174. Okay, thank you. I guess 207 was with the drainage, which we just decided not to do. But anyway, basically, yeah, it was an alternate bid. We wouldn't accept that. But even at the 174, it's kind of out of reach right now. We did get $35,000 promised to us from the Rising Sun Foundation, and that helps, but it doesn't help near enough. We don't have 130 some thousand hours in a budget to be able to do it. So that's going to be on hold right now. We're still, we're going to continue to work on it. We just have to find a way to finance it.
Understood. So that leads to my next thing. So the contract was built based on the fact that we were going to have practice fields, correct?
Mhm.
So we're still at a standstill with just 3 days a week. And Canes will get the other 4 days a week. Is that how this is gonna work?
No, okay, it's going to get two.
They get,
Tuesdays and Fridays.
yes.
You get Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Weekends, right now we have one tournament scheduled. So I don't anticipate that being a big deal. We may get another one. I'm cross my fingers, hoping we'll get one more. I don't think we'll get more than that this year, but we might.
It'd probably be later in the season too.
Yeah, it wouldn't be early.
Because U-Trip already has their schedule out for next year. So it's gonna be hard for U-Trip to come in and bring their game in or tournament, so.
Understood. So that leads me to my next thing. I kind of tried to coordinate with Brian with Canes and tried to get days to go out there and like talk with him and see what needs to be done and everything along those lines. I understand now it's the wet season.
Yeah.
Couldn't really get on the same page. I know he was busy with his league and stuff like that, which I understand everybody's got a life, but we're getting to the point, well, we're going to wait until next season, but then we're going to be using the fields. So at what point in time do we plan on making all these repairs?
Well, I don't know how many, from my understanding, there are a few repairs. The fence at the Little League field, and those posts need to be pushed back down in the ground. I think you mentioned Danny had already talked about that. I know that they need to do some cutting, infield cuts, and then they need to move some bases, especially home plate. I think on at least one field. It wouldn't, dugouts don't need to be built.
On that, the newest field there, they need 2 dugouts.
They don't have dugouts at all there? I thought we had dugouts there. I knew we didn't
That
have
was a
roofs.
T-ball field.
Yeah, I knew we didn't have a roof, but we don't even have dugouts.
Nope.
Okay, all right, so we've got to get that done.
Yeah, so
I don't think the dugouts will take all that long to do in the spring. We should be able to get that done pretty quickly. Their tournament is scheduled for Mother's Day weekend. So, that gives us at least 6 or 8 weeks, I think.
But two, also his season's right now, what, April 18th is your guys' first game, right?
yeah, it's the opening day.
Yeah.
What we have.
Okay.
So it'd be nice to have them built before then
Are
too.
we gonna do fencing again? Fencing dugouts like we did?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We can get
Looks good.
well, I like the fencing. The only thing I will say, being a travel ball Grammy, is that we probably need to look at getting screens. Because otherwise,
like we talked in the past.
yeah, putting those screens up on them, because otherwise parents are over there just bending their kids' ears. And actually, that's where the concrete dugouts are really helpful, but they're also pricey, you know. And our fencing dugouts are in great shape, aren't they? Benches and everything like that. Okay, so I didn't realize we needed dugouts. I thought we just needed the roofs over them. So we can go to Mills. That's who we've typically gone to get quotes. So you and I will talk about that. Maybe you can kind of get that on the ball right now.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
trying to get ahead of all this.
I understand.
And I don't,
And I
want-
appreciate that.
I don't want things to conflict with our season and I don't
No.
want to work with Canes. Again, I don't know how, I know,
Josh,
I was thinking, right, I know Josh has been kind of mediating at a certain point.
yeah, the three of you guys need to get together and
Yeah.
figure it out. I mean, I think Brian understands what USSSA needs for the fields, you know, what their requirements are, and that is that, you know, you got a field that's sized correctly and your placement of your home plate, pitcher's mound, and the bases is all correct. And that's gonna take a little finagling, at least on the T-ball field, I'm sure.
Right. Well, these are just concerns of the board. I know we got the contract today. They were concerned about practice times and stuff like that. That was our main concern, because I know I quoted you 21 teams. That's what we had last season, but that's not including all-star teams, which we plan to actually start early in the season. So
Okay,
we could end up upwards of 27 teams.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that has the potential.
I really think, I think we can work this out. I don't have any doubt about that. I think Brian may not need all four fields those nights. I'm sure we'll talk to him, but feeling pretty comfortable that he's gonna be able to bend, let others use it. We still have Pangburn, you can use that anytime. Here's my big concern. I've shared this with Josh in the last day or so. Somebody needs to be the keeper of the schedule. So somebody knows who's practicing when and where, that we don't get two or three teams showing up to practice on the same field or play on the same field even.
Well, if you leave Saturday and Sunday in a gray area for either one of us, then
Well, but you can sign up ahead of time is what I'm thinking,
You
Jerry.
don't plan on practicing Saturday, Sunday. You
They'll
have
be,
tournaments.
they'll be
So
playing.
Saturday and Sundays is rec, unless there's a tournament.
And we can sit down and clarify that. And maybe that's what we all need to do, is we just need to call a special meeting for us to sit down, you and Brian and Renee and myself, and iron it out, because it's kind of just, you know, it just seems like it just keeps festering. And I think and it really kind of festered big time when we realized that we weren't gonna be able to build those fields.
that's why I came to the meeting, so I could be updated.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, we want to, but there's just no way. We don't have the money. And we're not gonna rob Peter to pay Paul to build a couple practice fields when we don't really feel like it's the absolute most necessary thing to do right now.
Yeah, especially
You know.
with the water and sewer and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'd probably catch some heat on that one, wouldn't we? So my recommendation is, and maybe Josh, you can kind of head this up, but let's try to get the three board members together with you and Brian with Brian and Jared, and let's sit down and figure it out.
I would like to bring some other people from the rec league board if they're available, because their opinions aren't always the same as my opinions. So, you know, but they could also give you guys.
Do you have a problem with that? I don't. I would rather you not like overwhelm. I don't want Brian to feel like it's him against the world or anything, you know.
It's not going to be an attack either.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna trust you on that.
Yeah.
I believe you, so.
I'm just.
Okay. All right, but you're right. We do need to, we've got a couple more weeks here to kind of get things figured out and get some stuff scheduled for work to begin just as soon as the weather breaks in the spring. So,
And I would like to get something resolved by the next meeting so I can sign up forms.
okay. So ASAP, as soon as we get something
Especially if you're
scheduled.
wanting to start earlier this year
Yeah.
too, so yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, you're welcome. Anything from you on that? No? Okay. All right, very good. And I can't see, Jimmy Kilder. What do I see? Hi, Jimmy.
Trash and recycling?
Well, we're not gonna make a decision tonight because we did send out in the water bills, we sent out a little survey asking people what they wanted. We kind of summed up both the bids that we got. And, you know, I don't know, how are things coming in, Sarah? With recycling?
Most people don't.
Yeah, I'd say that. I don't know. Yeah, we kind of, I expected that. I wanted it, but
We did have a good number of people that wanted either weekly or bi-weekly, but
they want it, but they're not willing to pay for it. That's,
well, no, people would have circled that they wanted,
did they really? Okay.
but we have way more.
Way more the other way around. So we're gonna give that another, what, week or two, probably, to get those in, and then we'll make a decision at our December board meeting if you want to come over then. Okay?
Yeah, just keep us updated. See, we gotta
Okay.
make an order for those large amounts of cards.
Oh,
To get them out, and get them in time
yeah,
next year. Just wanna make sure we're good.
yeah.
So we don't.
Or you can call back in a, you can call back in a week or so and see kind of where we stand, but we're gonna do what the majority of our residents want to do. So we're not gonna buck that. And right now it's looking like, they're probably not gonna bite. So,
That's fine too.
okay. All right. Thanks for coming. Uh-huh.
Yes, have a good day.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Severning. How are you? Actually, your son would be Mr. Severning right now, wouldn't he?
Well, I don't remember what last meeting.
We understand. It's not like you're skipping out on, deliberately or anything.
This year, today, we've had 585 calls this year, which is. 57 calls, so then 57 October. We've had 15 in November so far. I just highlighted some 5 vehicle accidents. Fire, structure fire, friendship with structure fire. The other day we had a farm behind a house, all on fire. Spread the house, and you guys did a really good job. That's some 15 minutes I had under control, safe now.
Good.
Salesman.
I saw that. Couldn't find him?
Knows how.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the backside.
Yeah.
We found it.
Oh my goodness.
Fire prevention activities that we do with the schools and preschools, we made contact with over 350 kids. Had 3 firefighters complete their fire officer strategy and tactics course. We have a fire academy course selection this week. We have a new fire member. And place they do like rescue, cover, and ram and service. Thanks to Grant from Rising Sun.
Oh, you got that. That was great.
$5,000 foundation for service. That on the agenda, but I just want to give you a heads up. State Fire Marshal put out and published scheduled charges that were allowed to charge for vehicle accidents, hazmat, and stuff like that. Trustees, they schedule. I'll have to bring it to the next meeting. You guys will approve it. I got a motion.
Okay. Not a problem. Okay. Well, I want to congratulate you. I understand you're the 2025 Indiana Fire Chief of the Year. Is that right? Congratulations. Congratulations. And you're serving now as the VP of the Indiana Fire Chiefs Association. Is that right? All right. And how many years have you been in service? I probably should know this. 1980. That's a lot of time. And I know it's a lot of volunteer hours, and we certainly appreciate and want to congratulate you on all your work. Really? Okay. Okay. Don't let her talk you into it too soon. You got to get somebody lined up. Okay. Get somebody lined up. All right. Well, congratulations again, Ben, and thank you. We truly appreciate everything you and your crew does for us and for our citizens. So thank you. All right. We got that. I've looked at streets and utilities, police reports, and community development. Was there anything in?
I forwarded you guys.
Oh, yes. Talk about that.
So F&B, Chad, who is our new engineer up there, reached out last week that it's under his understanding that NDOT has changed. For CCMG, you need to have 4 months to be under contract from the time of award, which has been a quick turnaround for us because you have to get all the bid documents, which, it requires all the engineer and all the plans, and then you have to have a month bid, and then you have to have a meeting and accept the bids. It's his understanding that they've reduced that to 3 months, so now we only have 90 days to be able to get all that in. Thankfully, I only applied for a crack seal project. But, he was requesting that we go ahead and give F&B the go-ahead to start working on the engineering documents. So when the announcements come out in December, the documents are ready to go, and we can go ahead and bid.
That deadline.
And so he submitted, I forwarded it to you, it was the engineering fees for that. Not to
Typical.
exceed, not to exceed the $7,000, for their services to prepare the bid fees and the meetings and whatnot. Their hourly rate based on our agreement that we already have with F&B. So if you guys would be willing to go ahead and approve
Yeah,
that,
I'll make a
I would
motion that
recommend-
we approve that so that that doesn't stop us from completing that project. I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good. Thanks, Holly.
And then
Yeah,
just
that seems
make sure
crazy.
you have a Plan for the meeting all day tomorrow. Workshop is tomorrow.
In here. Mhm. So try to come, try to come. It's gonna be a busy day, I'm afraid. Really busy day. Okay, so we're down through those reports, and so I will accept, or I'll entertain a motion to accept all of the department reports as well as the payroll docket and the list of claims. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Oh, I'm sorry.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm in a hurry, can you tell? No, I'm not, trying not to be. All right, we'll move on then. Lynn?
For Noble
Mm-hmm.
Properties, we're just here for a review hearing, I think wanted to update us to what your progress has been since last.
Pictures for us and,
I sent some pictures, but they were late, so maybe 6:30, I sent them some pictures to see what's going on up there. So last time I was here, I told you the floor was done at the bottom. We got the upstairs floor done. The plumber's on site, he's working on it, so I think he should be done this week sometime. And, I got Amish working in there, they're putting up they're framing the walls right now. I did send some pictures over. So, and then the next step is, the electrician's gonna come in, start, wiring it up. And then I'm meeting up with the window guy tomorrow morning. Fix all the exterior windows and all.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna put up some doors and start finishing up inside those apartments, so. That's the next step is, so.
feeling making good progress. I don't have my phone. I like getting in the
Yeah,
car.
I mean, we're making progress, it's just not fast enough. I would like to, cause, all the material is there, I mean, I'm putting in a lot of money. I just, I don't wanna drag this out, but it's kind of moving a little slow, but it's moving along.
Have a crew though working,
Yes,
for ya?
yes, yeah.
okay, regularly.
Yeah, the Amish, got some Amish working, they have some other jobs and on the down days, they've been coming up here and doing. If I can just get them to commit, wholly, it'll go much faster.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna try to convince them to, put some time in it and get it all done. So
So flooring's done.
the flooring is done, the upstairs flooring is done.
We're working on wiring.
The wiring, he's gonna come this weekend, the electrician,
Oh, okay,
and then he's gonna give me a price and stuff and then we'll go.
on
from there.
windows.
Yeah, but, the plumber is working. I did send some plumbing pictures. so
Okay,
you guys can see.
Good. Okay,
Yeah, so he should be done this week,
okay,
Yeah, he started the job a little later, but he should have been done by now otherwise.
okay,
So, that's where we
All
are
right.
right now, so.
okay.
It's moving along, but just a little slow.
All right, thank you.
Do you wanna do another review hearing then next month?
I
or do
think
you
so.
wanna-
Let's give him, I mean, if he's gonna fix it up,
I mean,
I'd rather have
I'm
him
gonna
fix
fix
it
it
up.
up. I mean, right
Yeah.
now, we have invested a lot of money in it already.
right,
There's no
Right.
point of backing up. We did no backing up.
Okay.
So, but I like to get it done a little faster, but I'm working on it, so.
Okay.
yeah.
all right, we're gonna trust you then.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll just continue that next month. All right. Practice fields,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Have a good evening. Practice fields, I think I pretty much summed that up. So that's kind of on hold. I am gonna ask Lori, they're coming in what day? Wednesday?
Well, I
No,
think we have to-
Thursday.
It's supposed to be Tuesday. I think we should need to reschedule that because we're gonna remind you to attend that ASER certification training.
Oh, Okay, so schedule again, reschedule again. Okay, well, when she gets
They were
here,
supposed to come yesterday,
yeah, and then it
no
was
weather.
snowy and,
Yeah.
but as soon as they get here, I'm gonna talk to her about the possibility we might be able to build one. We're kind of wondering, I just don't know how Rising Sun would feel about that though. Because we asked for two, so we'd have to have a conversation with them. but you know, it might be worth pursuing the one since we do have some money. All right, the contracts, we're gonna put those on stall again. Salary ordinance. Do we need to approve that now, Sarah?
You don't have to approve it this month, but I did bring a copy for each of you.
Oh, good,
so
thank
can
you.
Review it. They're not saved.
Okay, great. All right, then we can go, there you go.
Glenn, I would not. So you
That
can-
too? You want that? Okay,
Glenn, I need
okay,
next.
okay. Does she need one, a copy?
She's gonna email.
Oh, she's gonna email, okay. She don't mess with those things anymore. All right. I don't think we have anything new on sewer rates. We haven't heard from Baker Tilly yet.
Oh, no, we haven't, no, either one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we got stuff in for both.
Yeah, because.
They're supposed to be finished. Yeah, they're supposed to be reworking the sewer rates since we got the utility plan completed. We follow up with them or, okay. And then trash contract, I think, you know, we're just gonna wait another couple of weeks and see what the residents want. And we'll go with the majority rules kind of thing, simply because it's all or none. Either everybody gets it and everybody pays for it, or nobody gets it and nobody pays for it. So we'll leave that to there. Uh-huh.
I did hear from them on the water rate study, and they should be ready by next month. They were trying to get done today, but they couldn't make it.
Okay,
So by
I think
next
that's
month they'll
good.
have it.
Water rate next month, that's good. Well, maybe they'll have the sewer then done by then too, because there wasn't much that I don't think there was much they needed to adjust on that, was there? It shouldn't be. I mean, once F and V got everything finished, then they probably had to adjust a few numbers, but those should all be in a calculation. That's true. Yeah.
Like that we're supposed to have yesterday.
And then we're supposed to have next Tuesday, but we're not gonna have either. Okay. Okay. All right. So what?
Maybe we can come Monday. No?
Not Monday afternoon. Okay. We already have 2 conflicts Monday afternoon. That's why I did that. Oh, come on. I can't change that again. All right. All right. That takes care of all that. Executive session action items. We only have one item. Then that was, that we have approved a request for additional vacation days for the Director of Community Development, and we have this letter, Sarah, so I think that'll suffice, won't it, signed letter? And the other thing that was on our plate, we're gonna postpone, I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow, and we'll probably do that at the next meeting then. Because I just wanted to clarify for sure how this was split, the extra additional funds, so that's all I have there. Who else has what?
So I need.
Oh,
an
yeah,
executive-
talk to me.
Yeah, I
Yes.
need an executive session just on some litigation items.
Okay.
So it can wait till next month, so if you have maybe 15 minutes before your next meeting.
Okay, so we'll do a 6:45 executive session. And we can talk about that. Yeah, I wanted to kind of chat with you about that. Okay,
It's 6:45? Don't you think?
yes, right? Yes, 6:45. Meeting starts at 7, right? Unless you're looking at that clock and then it starts at 8. Okay, 6:45 executive session next month. And if something else comes up, we may have to move that to 6:30. We'll just kind of see. I don't think there should be, but we'll make sure.
So
What else?
The only other thing, and it was really just for like introduction, so the roundtable
Yes.
we had with the other communities as far as the zoning ordinance. So I had emailed everybody just a draft of basically what we talked about. And I did introduce it at Mylan last night, so I can tell you some of the comments
Sure.
that and concerns from the community members that were just there.
Okay.
So it was mainly just with the non-conforming use. So we're thinking of proposing an ordinance saying that if it's a non-conforming use for a building, so in other words, if it's maybe grandfathered in for its existing use, if it goes out of use and the way it's written is for 90 days, then it can't go back to that non-conforming use. So I think the model that we used was from Aurora, and they had, I think, originally done 90 and then amended it to 30.
Oh, did they?
So that was the discussion. There was a member of the public last night in Mylan that said, well, you know, I bought my building downtown to put a store in the first floor, but I couldn't get people to come to the shop. So it is apartments now. people who vacated the apartment did $10,000 worth of damage. So it took me longer than 30 days to be able to
Yeah,
fix
clean it
that
up.
to be able, so I guess it's the difference between, is it better to have a vacant building or a non-conforming use? I don't know. So we were talking about maybe, just changing the language so that it, like, if you just do decide to change it to 30 days, where it's a shortened period of time, if it's through like no fault of the owner.
Okay,
So that's something to consider. You all do not have to pass the same ordinance. We were just trying to do that because it's easier for enforcement. But if for some reason something works out different for a different community than the other, that's fine. So basically what we do is we pass the ordinance, we send it to the plan commission to do the hearings, and then it gets sent back to us to approve either with a, thumbs up, thumbs down, recommended. So then the other one is just to stop any first floor dwelling or residences in non-residential areas. So it would be your business district, so you wouldn't have first floor apartments. Obviously, that is to make sure that you can preserve your retail district for retail. Also, obviously it affects parking too, so that your parking can be retail parking. The other thing on here, just to kind of go through this, is we've obviously been having a few issues with the county not enforcing their own ordinances,
that,
and the
yeah.
town has to. So if that happens, that the town could seek reimbursement for attorney fees from the county.
I like that.
The other one, and I don't have the language for it, and Deb, she may figure it out. It was Aurora that was.
It was
passing,
Aurora.
Yeah, but they haven't passed it yet.
Oh, that's
why
maybe
we
we
can't
can't find it. Okay,
So there's
okay.
another one, and we can proceed with the rest of it. We can wait on the air conditioning, but there was a suggestion also to pass a zoning ordinance so that air conditioning units on the front of businesses on the first floor would be banned. It's because they leak on the sidewalk and stay on the sidewalk, and there might be some obstruction issues too, depending on how big the unit is. But
Yeah.
so that one we may have to wait if we can't. I think what they told Deb was that they were going to start working on that after the first of the year.
So it was Aurora. I dug through my stuff. I just couldn't find it. I knew we talked about it. but
Yeah,
I
and
didn't-
it was funny because you knew about it and Deb knew about it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Nobody could find it.
it
Yeah.
had to exist.
Yeah, yes, it exists. I did notice, Lynn, on the next last page there under the final adoption, that says Mylan,
Okay.
but then it lists
Yeah.
all of us.
Right.
So I think that just needs to be corrected.
Yep.
But, okay. All right, so we should expect to take another peek at this then
Yep.
in December. Is there anything we need to do tonight?
No, so I just kind of want to introduce it, kind of to give you an idea what was going on, so that
Okay.
I have OSGID meetings next month. We'll introduce it there again, so then I can kind of compile the different comments and come up with a master ordinance, and you can either pass it the way it is, or you can amend it.
Any comments? Nay, Holly, Josh, Sarah, Joe, anybody? Huh? Yeah, I kind of agree with that, for sure. Okay, well, thank you, Lynn. We appreciate that. The only other thing I still have on my pile here, guys, is I got this from Mike Meisberger today. It is, or yesterday, maybe, I think, Bob brought it home. It is our anthem policy, with, of course, price hikes. I think it's 12% on what we have right now. We are still floating that Lamborghini model, as Angela would say, that Lamborghini model around. There are other options that we can look at that don't cost us as much, and they're in this packet. And so I would, don't know, when do we get, I could scan that, couldn't I? I could scan that at home and I'll send that out maybe. All right, I'll make myself a note, scan and send. And so anyway, go through and look at it, because these pages, when you see these are the alternative things, and then the cost that's lumped in there. We've talked about changing it and dropping down just from that highest level. I think he's told us for the last several years, we're one of 2 municipalities in the whole state that have this good of a policy. So I don't know. Do we put our money here? Do we put our money in more in the salaries, or, how do we look at that? That's something I think we should talk about, and probably even get some input from the employees. What do they prefer? Because if they're not feeling like they're getting the best benefit out of that, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I don't use it. It should matter to them. So I'll get that together, and then you know what? I guess we can give it to them too. Why not? Right? Let them look at it and see what they think. So if I get it, I'll send that to you, and you can get it out to the rest of the employees and take the time to look through it and decide what you think you might want. And then he will want to be in. Gosh, we're already in November. Angela will probably want to be here next month because we typically, that's a January start date, isn't it? January 1, I think. So we'll have to make a decision next month. Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. Look at that. Ooh, ooh, look. Well, if not, somebody want to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion during the meeting.
All right, very good. Second, all in favor? Aye. Very good. No, that was a good meeting. I had a feeling it was gonna be quick, but maybe not quite that quick.
Done with me?
Yes, good luck.
I know,
What's that?
that's what I was thinking. I was like,